All stations be advised. Entry into hyperspace imminent. System check. Auto green. Ghost green. Navi green. Core green. Spark reactor looks good. Coordinates validating. Hyperdrive charging. 74. 86. 93. 100%. Ready for jump. Coordinates confirmed and locked.
Hell yeah. Jörg, how are you?
Yes, I am good.
Hell
Thanks
yeah.
for the question.
That's-
And also, thanks for your time and for the invite
Of
to
course.
your personal podcast.
Personal podcast thing that I do occasionally when something holds some sort of value in my life. Anyway, here we are. We are here
Nice.
today. We're just gonna be talking about kind of whatever. And I hope everybody here enjoys it. Cheers. So one thing I wanted to say, I just got this not maybe an hour before we started. So obviously I haven't looked through it.
Okay.
For anybody who this is a book, a little novel that you guys released, going over the story of your band, which is called the Mothership. Now, I've read. You told me to look over a little bit about the overview of the story. I guess we can kind of start there.
Yeah.
Um, I super dig this idea. You know, and I'm not to be crazy or anything, but kind of having some belief that this actually might have happened in the past or something similar. Uh, because lost civilizations are super super neat, and ideologies as human beings has changed over many of years. Anyway, so let's get into that. Um, I have the little about section here that you have on the Facebook page. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
This is kind of the intro where our story starts. It's about a dark and dire future with a totalitarianistic regime that is against inspiration and against dreams. Yeah, and
Good.
they don't like it. It's not just about free thinking. It's about like dreaming and imagining and to give on inspiration when it comes to like dreams and art. Yeah?
Right.
Because in our universe, in the universe called Mothership, there is a
Sure.
technology. It's called Spark, and it's fueled by inspiration and dreams. Yeah,
That's super cool.
yeah.
I love that. I love that little because
It's
it just makes sense, kind of, right?
it's a bit sci-fi mixed with fantasy. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
because we have this kind of principle where we say when a human being gets inspired, it sends out sigma waves, and these waves get caught up by spark generators, and they generate all the energy we just need to like power the motherships and power all the technology to go out into space. Yeah?
Hmm.
And these Puritans on Earth, they don't really like that. They don't like
Sure.
that we leave something behind, because who would like stay back to serve them, to serve their will? So they
Hmm.
say like dreaming is bad and going into outer space is bad, because before you many motherships left Earth, and we never heard of them, and so out there is nothing. So the only safe haven is Earth. Yeah, so
Right.
don't use the forbidden spark technology. So but there is of course there's rebellion and civil war
Hmm.
to find the last mothership, and to put all the inspired beings, mostly like the guys in my band and myself,
Yeah.
like you know we are also in the story kind of.
Awesome.
Yeah. And we take all the people that get inspired by music and art. um, we take all those people on the last mothership. We just fought our way through and
Right.
started and just take off and leave behind the Earth. And this is like the metaphor for, okay, we as a band, we write music for like-minded fans, for
Right.
people who like science fiction, who like utopia and escapism and complex music, and who like to dedicate to this weird style of escapism. And those are like our crew, like our
Sure.
fans. Yeah, we see them as like, okay, we need those people to keep the mothership running, of course. Yeah. And yeah, in the story, these are also the people who helped us to find the last mothership, to power it up again, and to leave Earth or Gaia behind, to start to travel and maybe see what's out there and figure it out as we go.
Kind of wish that was actually happening right now, don't you?
Uh, I don't know. I don't know, not really, because
Mhm.
I think I need reality to fuel my dreams, and I need my
Okay.
dreams to survive reality. Yeah. So it's
Right.
both very important because the one wouldn't be without the other.
That is
Also,
a different way to think about it. Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Also, reality inspires me to write stories about the mothership, and to finally, like, the stories were first,
Mhm.
and then there were the songs for,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, like for some chapters or like whole scenes and stuff. I just take it from here and write, okay, how would this scene or how would this chapter sound like in a prog metal gent post rock
Thing.
song
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how?
So
So the
every
stories. So sorry. The story
sorry,
themselves. Um, when were they originally written, and how long did it take?
like stories.
Yeah. So if you said you wrote your stories before you wrote your music. We'll talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. It was from album to album or EP or singer. It was actually like kind of different because for the first album there was like just like this intro about section thing.
Are we referring to of Cold
Uh,
Fusion and Light
yeah,
Mass?
yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
and the lyrics and like artwork and pictures and like loose notes where we just were like establishing, okay, this is the framework, and you have to like figure it out by yourself what it's about. Yeah,
Sure.
we just gave bits and pieces. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
and now since 2000, I don't know, 2014.
14. Yeah, that's what I have here.
It just got more and more concrete, and we know to our second album, we wrote the book. You have
Yes.
the book
Yes.
is about the second album. It's from the viewpoint of the reader. The
Okay.
reader is also the protagonist, which
Okay.
is like the most important person
Sure.
in that. And with every chapter, there are 10 chapters, and there are also 10 songs. Yeah, and
Right.
each complements each other. The bridge crew, which is like the band, is
Yeah.
also in the book, but we're only like behind the scenes and in a kind of a passive role, and
Sure.
um, we support the protagonist, which we simply call one,
Mm.
um, through the travels and through the book. And yeah, with every new musical output we had, we also had like lyrical output in form of either this book or notes or like character descriptions to our band profile. And if you put it all together, yeah, you
Right.
have this huge lore, this huge mosaic of of the same story seen from different viewpoints as it progresses through the last 6 years. Yeah, and now
Understood.
and now because we were talking about this, yeah, because you said, hey, it would be great if you would have this like archive kind of thing where everything is like concentrated.
Yeah.
And I'm now working on this
Mm.
for
Okay.
a downloadable archive where everything
Ah.
is like with the timeline
Oh wow. Okay.
and their
Yeah.
overview. And I'm also writing on new lore, which I will add to the archive.
That's super dope. I love that. I love all
Yes,
that kind of
I like
you know.
that a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it just it's nice because if you have images, if you have text describing somebody or something or an event that happened, that one, it takes a lot of time to do that, but I think it's overall super helpful for any type of you know fan sci-fi enthusiast, or not, doesn't even have to be sci-fi, any
Mhm.
story um enthusiast, which I am. I like Lots of concept. I like concept albums in general. Always have ever since I was probably like 13, 12, 13, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, just stories and being brought places, and that brings a lot of inspiration to me. And yeah, I'm happy to hear that it's being archived.
Yeah. So what concept albums you would say would have shaped your taste of rock music?
So I would probably say the first conceptual album I listened to, I think, was Queensryche's uh, Operation Mindcrime, which I still listen to this day because it's in the 80s. I think the album came out in 86. Obviously, I wasn't alive yet, but it revolves around governments don't really care anymore, and a lot of oppression on the people and stuff like that. Um, Kind of similar to oh god, what's that guy's name? Charles Manson. Is it Charles Manson? The guy who I know I'm getting a little crazy here, but he was apparently Joe Rogan was reading a book on it. It was about him being like put on like LSD for like 9 months or something. Like he
Okay.
was actually like a nice guy. He was locked up. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Take this with a grain of salt. I'm just trying to go off memory. And he was all nuts because of the government was experimenting on him with like LSD and all that kind of nonsense.
Was the
Um,
some now?
but yeah, kind of along that, the song, what was it? Operation Mindcrime. Let me see the songs. Completely blank. Can't name it all. Here we go. 88 came out. Spreading the disease. I think it was that song. Um, but yeah, it's kind of just a you know, dystopian kind of the government, sits on the
Yeah.
people, all that kind of nonsense. That's probably the first one I listened to, and obviously you could see how well it affected me. Anyway, let's moving on. We obviously tells no tale. I love Machina a lot. Each
Yeah.
album is a story, continuation of the story, bits and pieces here and there. I heard them in 2013. I was a freshman in college, and I was eating lunch, and I heard the
And that is
album. Yeah, I remember it. I remember I was walking through the halls, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna sit and have lunch, and I heard the Empyrean album, and it was just like, this stuff exists. Wow.
okay.
And
Nice.
has stuck with me ever since. Let
I
me think
was
of another. Go ahead.
I was checking them out because you post them like really like often.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, which is totally okay. Yeah, you got it. And I was listening to them, and I was really amazed by the sheer how can I say it, by the sheer variety of genres that they
Mhm.
bring together, like from neoclassical movie soundtrack ish, yeah, suddenly blast beats. Yeah,
It's super epic.
it's fucking crazy. Yeah, and you never know what's around the corner with this band.
Yeah.
It's just information and surprises, which is
Yeah.
really cool. It's really challenging because you cannot like casually put them in there, and it's like, oh,
Right,
just
it's not. Yeah.
work now, and
Yeah, work now. Um yeah, it's like a different layer. Like, it's like, oh hey, it's a song. It's like, no, it's actually like something's happening, and there's a lot of context behind
mm,
what was written, how it was written,
mm,
and you should pay attention, and I understand some people can't. People are busy
yeah,
and not, but actually just like not doing anything, listening. Oh wow. A lot of just a
yeah.
lot of layers. Ogres have layers. Anyway,
With,
let me think of
like
what was
like
that?
it's
Go
it's
ahead.
it's mostly like uh like watching a movie, you know,
Yeah.
because
Or a game. Yeah, absolutely.
good movie, you just watch the movie and you don't do anything else. You don't clean your apartment. You don't check. You don't browse the news or something. You just sit your ass down and watch the movie. And
Yeah.
the same is it with these extensive progressive metal pieces. Yeah, you get the most out of it when you stay sharp and sit down and listen to it and really concentrate on it.
Yeah. And you know, I think they actually helped me actually do that because I used to
What do
I
you
used
mean?
to so like
Like-
I used to not obviously would listen to songs, but what I listened to when I was younger was like Journey. It's like nothing super complex or anything like that. But you don't really need to put much in to get out what the song's trying to say. Obviously, there's some context and whatever, however you want to personally interpretate it. But with Mechana, I was amazed by the music, and then by me being so inspired, I was like, all right, let me actually like take the time. And again, I was a freshman in college, so about 19, 20, something like that. Still trying to figure anything out about life or whatever. And I put the time in. I really listened to it, and they only had 4 albums out at that time. So there wasn't too much content, but I was still just so happy, and it made me learn to maybe give something a little more effort into listening, learning. What are they trying to say? What's the artist trying to portray here, etc., etc. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Not just like listening it once, but re-listening and focusing on specific layers or guitar sound or how does one part feed into the next one. Just like more like dissect what it's about.
Yeah.
I really
Super
like
into it. Let me think. Any other conceptual albums?
Do you
Go ahead.
like Coheed and Cambria?
So they are, yes, I do know about them. However, I haven't delved into their stories yet. But I do know that they inspire heavily from their conceptual stories.
Yeah.
So I do need to lean in that direction and give them a try because I just need to, I think.
You gotta.
What album should I do?
With Coheed and Cambria?
Yeah. I'm
Ah,
gonna
god
pin
damn
it.
it.
I'm gonna pin it here. Oh my god, they have a lot.
Yeah.
Yo, their
yeah.
art's cool. The Unheavily Creatures, that's a dope album art.
Actually, you could start with everything, but I think
Dope,
I think it's Good Apollo. I'm Burning Star 4. It's the black one with the red Roman 4 on it.
Oh, from 2005?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna save that one.
Please
Nice.
do. That
15
is
tracks, okay.
a great start. Or In Keeping Secrets of Silent Earth 3 from 2003 is also
The first one? Okay.
a good place to start.
Alright. I will save these. And you know what? I'll probably listen to them not when I'm working, because I want to pay attention to them.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, it's not really prog metal. It's not that like
It's
heavier music. It's more like prog rock.
Sure.
Sometimes it's getting really heavy. But
would you call it contortionist light?
Nah,
Nah,
I wouldn't. It's
not
more
even.
like like
Foo Fighters heavy.
Rush from
Rush style. Okay.
from different angle. let's say it this way.
What was their one album? 2112. I like that album. That was a good album by Rush.
Yeah,
Rush was another one I listened to a little bit when I was younger. They're a cool band.
nothing wrong with Rush.
Hell yeah. Any other? I mean, if you, I don't know if you. I mean, I feel like most albums have a story behind them, whether it's obvious or not. You know, I have on here, the contortionist language. I think that song's about like the earth and life and existence, and you know, it's not like it's not descriptive in like here's character A, he lives on Earth, and we're gonna talk about yeah. So Clairvoyant too, that album as well.
Same is it with Exoplanet.
Yeah, that one had a
It's more like a definitive story.
yeah, I agree, and that just turned 10 years old, and definitely my favorite deathcore album ever. Don't at me. I fully agree with that statement. But let me see. No, I don't think I have anything else in terms of favorite conceptual story.
That is quite an acquired taste.
Yeah, it is, and
Yeah.
I understand not everybody's gonna like it, but that's totally my jam. One thing I wanted to discuss that I actually have here. Let me actually switch over to it. So you refer to. We're gonna go back to your story. The ship that you're talking about. You said it morphs and kind of changes shape to me at one point in time. I'm gonna put it up on the screen here. Can you tell me what is this the ship? Your logo? Is your logo the ship? Or let's actually just discuss the logo in general.
The logo is we just call it the multi-cube.
Oh, it's super cool.
And it's a multi-dimensional logo, and you can like look at it from different angles, and you will also find all the letters of Call the Mothership, like CTM. You will find the letters in there.
Oh, hang on, now I gotta look. Hang on.
If you try really hard,
Damn it!
you can do it.
I can
So
see.
it's not
I
the
see
ship.
the M. I see the M. Right. The M's in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. See.
The C is on the sides, and you can like mirror it onto the other side.
Yeah.
The T is like in the middle. It's like kind of like this, and the M is of course
The center.
the M is easy.
I think I see it.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of. We got the C on the outline, the T kind of coming up there, and then the M. Yeah.
So.
Oh wait,
so,
I see it. Yeah.
Logo is kind of like it's on our on every T-shirt we ever brought. It's there.
Super
it's
cool.
On our live stage uniform, we have this kind of like dystopian.
Yeah, you guys have like a uniform on. Like that shit's so cool. You guys have fucking costumes. That shit's cool. Cool as fuck.
So every one of us got like the logo somewhere, and in my mind it's also like everywhere on the ship where you need it to be. It's the logo of the last mothership that there is. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
The ship itself.
Yeah.
It has not a specific design. All I can say that it is so huge. It has its own like gravitational field, and it's part-wise shrouded in a nebula. And why I chose a design like that is like because I want everyone of our crew people, everyone who listens to this, to make up their own mothership, because it's fueled by dreams, and dreams are very formless, yeah, or like very morphic kind of.
Super artsy.
And
I like
so
it.
if you need the ship to be like in a battle mode, then it forms it.
Pew
this
pew.
way, then it's effective then. Yeah, you
Yeah.
know. So it doesn't really. I I often see it as huge machine parts coming in and out of a nebula and
Sure.
retransforming every couple of hours because
Gotcha.
it changes purpose.
Would you say this thing is the size? So like, I'm just trying to. Are you saying this thing is bigger than, let's say, like Death Star 2.0 or
I
Death
don't
Star 1.0?
I don't want to say it because it always
Oh.
varies. It also varies in size. It
Oh.
expands. It
Damn,
can expand and
this
shrink.
thing sounds dangerous. I don't want to fuck with it.
It is kind of, it's I see it as a very mighty thing. Yeah.
Imagine something like that though. Like you, if you get to that point, I think you win, right? Like if you get to the point where your ship can literally be, the size of, maybe like a decent, I don't know, decent sized star or something like that, and
Uh,
it can defend you. You can live in it. I think you made it, right? Like,
but
you're good.
but in the story,
Yeah.
there's always things that are not like bigger or stronger, but there's still danger out there, and it still messes with the mothership. Yeah, so it's not like this kind of Superman conundrum, where we're like invincible and we can do whatever. Yeah.
Right.
So imagine the dangers that are out there that can outdo a mothership.
Hmm. We
Yeah.
talking like dark matter,
Yeah.
stuff,
Or
shit like
like,
that.
or like, if you see the story in Regicide, it's
Okay.
about where we travel to a part of the universe where there is a whole galaxy
Okay.
um, that is around a supermassive black hole. Yeah, and around the supermassive black hole, there are like a lot of different cultures and empires, and they're
Mm.
working together. Yeah,
Okay.
and they only can travel around this supermassive black hole that is in the center,
Yeah.
because there lives a being, a creature, which is like a kind of a swarm hive thing. Yeah,
Okay.
and when it wakes up, and it's asleep since millennia, and no one knows how it got there. No one knows who put it to sleep. Yeah, but
Right.
when it wakes up, it will expand. It will consume like cancer, and it will not stop. Yeah,
Okay.
and and when Regicide, when the song starts, this is also where the story is like about, okay, we pick up this faint transmissions where this different cultures, this we call it the consensus because it's many and they live in harmony. They're seeing that the creature, this hive creature, call it the king,
Okay.
uh, wakes up and expands in all directions and consumes fleets and planets and suns and everything. And they're like, okay, we need all the help we get. And we come across there and we say, okay, we have a mothership, we can help, we can do this. Yeah. And we think we are in control and we think we can really help them make a difference. But what but we get into a like a really long war that slowly takes away bits and pieces of the mothership and of our motivation and our how can I say the trust that we have in ourselves, because we were in over our heads, because we relied on the force of the mothership, and we were like, okay, this is such a mighty ship, there's nothing that can stop us, we can do it. And then we were faced with our own arrogance
Now,
and hateableness.
is that happening presently, or did that already happen?
Uh,
Currently in the lore.
that happened in the lore,
Okay.
because our last EP was called Off Coming Home.
Which is what everybody heard in the beginning of the stream here.
And the EP before that was called Regicide.
Right.
And what I just told you, that's the story of Regicide.
Understood.
The plot.
I love the new EP, by the way. I like that. It almost is one song, but it's like
it's
continuous.
one long song.
Yeah, I love that.
In sections.
Super dope.
You like it?
Yeah, totally. Let me ask: did you ever watch The Expanse? Did you watch The Expanse?
Of course, like the first 2 seasons only.
Okay. And the reason I bring that up, let me think. So you finished season 2, so you haven't seen 3 or 4, because the kind of the ship you're referring to, it gives me a little bit of inspiration from the Protomolecule when it straight up spoilers took Eros, crashed it into Venus, and literally made a ring, and brought it to the edge of, I believe, Neptune, that is traversable, and there's more spoilers. Actually, I won't spoil it anymore because you haven't seen it.
It's very nice of you.
Yes, you must finish it. Or obviously, there's the book series. Who is the author? James something. Get the guy's name. But it's a book series. I think there's 7 or 8 books. Currently on season 4. I think I don't know if 5 is done already or not. But it's on Amazon Prime.
It started out on Netflix, and then they.
Well, it started on Sci-Fi.
It did.
Initially started on Sci-Fi, and God, Sci-Fi can't hold a show.
Stole it again.
And the quality of that show is just so immense. It's just
it is, right?
So I don't understand how anybody would cancel something like this. You know, it just blows my goddamn mind. I can't. Another show, a little more lighthearted, actually a little more Star Trek-y, is The Orville, which I highly suggest to anybody. It has Seth MacFarlane from Family Guy, but it's rarely funny. It's usually pretty serious and really talks about really awesome sci-fi topics about traversing space in a little more of a modern setting. Unfortunately, they did not finish shooting season 3. They are almost done, but it was supposed to come out actually around now, this time of year. Not sure when season 3 is coming, so we'll have to wait. I'm very eager. They feel like just little movies, like they're hour, 45-minute just movies. 45 minutes to an hour. They're super good. Good story, good writing, all of it. Take a swig here. Let me think. What did you ever watch? I told you to watch you suggested an anime, or you wanted me to suggest. Did you ever watch Your Name? I sent the name to you.
No, sadly not.
You haven't? Okay. If you ever get the chance to, I'm just berating information at you, but you know, just trying to spread my good content, the good content I really appreciate and believe in and whatnot.
And thank you very much for that.
Of course. Let me think. Let's talk about we talk about there was somebody previously kind of on Earth in your story, or there was the what did we have it here called, the what did you guys call it? The Elders, correct? Counseling of the Elders.
Yeah, that is like the Elders are happening actually in Off Coming Home.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a prequel?
No.
It's current.
It's everything I wrote so far, like music-wise, is chronologically.
Okay, cool.
But in Off Coming Home, spoiler alert, we find like faint traces of our precursor race, of the old Gaians, which we call the precursors.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said before, there were other motherships that left the Earth in the Golden Age, and were, I don't know, finding other cultures to work with or to help, or they were lost in space, or different things just happen on there. Yeah,
Just space things.
yeah, just casual space things. Yeah.
Casual space.
So, and there's one specific mothership that um, found this like second Earth, yeah, where they landed and put their mothership to rest, yeah, to start anew, with the purpose to conserve all the knowledge they gathered throughout the universe, and also the knowledge they took with them from Earth, from Gaia, yeah,
Right.
and conserve and prepare it for the ones that come after them. Yeah? So if there ever will be another mothership or a race that can use like spark technology, they will understand the knowledge, yeah, and take him on and learn from it, yeah.
Right.
So those precursors that landed on Gaia 2, they are called the Eldar.
And what brought on the inspiration for those kinds of concepts?
Like this specific,
So if we talk about um,
or
the the
every
elders and the the council and whatnot.
elders? I think uh, like I said, everything in Call the Mothership is a metaphor of something that happens in like our time, or with my life, or in our metal scene, or with my friends, and so on and so forth. And try to take these like everyday stories and translate them into our universe and blow him up a bit, and make him into an
Yeah.
epic story. And especially in our metal scene, and also in kind of my age, yeah, you try to you start to try to pass on knowledge and to pass on your experiences to, I don't know, maybe younger metal bands, or as for now, I became a father like a
Yes.
few months ago,
Yeah.
and of course something in my brain started to, okay, you gotta take care of yourself, you gotta take some order in your brain, and pass on experiences, and this I think this is a very interesting concept for me, um, and how it manifested in Colin Mothership was through these precursors who said, okay, it's enough with the travel and it's enough of the casual space stuff,
Right.
and to settle down and to prepare for the next generation of explorers, so they don't have to explore all the stuff that we already did.
Sure.
So they can just take what we have, we teach them, we take care of them, and then maybe they do something with it, yeah, or they conserve it themselves, or they carry it out into the universe to find others, or maybe they say, it's all just a bunch of bullshit, then move on, yeah. I don't know, and that's the metaphor behind it, yeah.
I like it. I like it a
Like
lot. You know.
two generations trying to work together, and
Mhm.
and to see the bigger picture, to see like conserving knowledge and experiences, and to get inspired by them, and to do something with it.
Both of those things I think are incredibly important. Cheers.
It is, yeah. Cheers, bro. At least for me.
Hell yeah. Hell
Hell,
yeah. That's like my new thing now. I just say,
hell yeah.
it literally manifested maybe like a week or two ago. I'm just a hell yeah to like anything I'm into. Hell yeah. Anyway,
It's very motivating.
it just feels right. I don't know. Just, again, I'm just figuring shit out. We're all just here trying to figure shit out.
Yeah,
Let's see.
that was very deep.
Indeed, no. I mean, but you know what? Being being like deep and stuff like that, it brings a humanity and brings people's, I think purpose to light. And, like I said, trying to figure shit out. What's the purpose? What's our purpose? Figure it out. Let's go. And I think it's different for everybody. But let
There's
me
no general purpose of life. I think it's what you make out of it. I hope.
yeah. I
Yeah.
hope.
I hope just do shit. Yeah, just do shit. Don't just sit around and wait for stuff to happen. Write
Right.
your own story.
And it's weird that maybe it's not weird, but the things I found that I'm just happy I found things, found artists, and found content that you know makes me think, gets me inspired.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, I don't, might not have said this. You guys are in Austria,
Yeah.
a little country in Europe. Would have never found you. I found you guys. Not don't hate me. I found you guys on a like a Russian site that
Yeah.
you can get,
Yeah.
and they'll send out like weekly. These bands released something today, so I was like, all right, let's see here. And I was like, ooh, that's a cool. This is for of Dark Matter and Ascension. I was like, ooh, that's cool. It was black and red, black. Like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, that looks cool.
Just works.
And I put on Thanatos, and I was like, huh? And I let it sit for like maybe a week, and I went back and I was like, okay, I like this, and I'm into it. So yeah, from that point on, I went to the older stuff, with the music video for Ascension. That was a really fun video. I think it was Ascension, right? Or is it No, it's
rehearsal studio.
yeah, the rehearsal. Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
A huge studio where
Yeah.
he said, "Okay, I just want to make like a
Fun.
wholesome, feel good video where we spend the whole day with our team and band there and just perform the song, yeah, and show that we don't always take ourselves so serious, and we're not in space like all the time. We're actually human beings with guitars,
Right.
and drums and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. That's very Devin vibes. Just wanking on guitar, but having some sort of yeah. Having some sort of. Did you watch the one interview where he was just like it was like a clinic. It was a few years ago. And he's just playing, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll just play some notes and I'll start singing along to it." He goes, "Oh, I'm gay." It's just like, "Oh, those are the lyrics I came up with." It was so incredible. I love that man.
Yeah.
That man is so wholesome.
Yeah, he is.
I've
Finally, I thought I don't know, for many years he was like really on the edge, like
strapping. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was He was mad, dude. Listen to
Man.
what was it? Alien? Oh my
Alien,
god.
yeah.
Oh my
With
god.
love on it. Yeah,
What an album, bro.
that's
Christ.
great. Yeah, but a fucking maniac. And the older he gets, the more he's like, yeah, I have to find like a harmony and my inner peace and still make weird art.
Yeah.
It's very inspiring. This means there's like hope for everybody when you figure it out. When you figure out, okay, I'm angry. I got issues. Yeah, I got.
Here I am. I'm trying to make something creative out of it and give it an outlet. And that's another thing. I think finding an outlet in your life. With everything that has happened this year, I changed my profession.
Yeah.
I was in sales for like 7 years, and Jesus Christ, it was the last 2 I was ready to, it was insane. I couldn't, and I switched up, and I I did something a little more. Obviously, I was unemployed for a good few months, but I started up a job. I paint now. Just paint interiors and walls and
Ah,
baseboards and all that stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I like it a lot. It's a lot. A lot more engaged, and it's a lot more rewarding because you get to see the work you did for that day and say, "Oh, that looks better." Oh, this looks really good. I did a good job. It's very rewarding.
It's
Um,
hard physical labor. Like,
yeah, I'm losing weight. I'm getting muscle. It's like I don't like I'm winning. Lots of wins right now. The only thing I'm not winning at is I hate getting up at like 6 a.m. Like
yeah,
I'm not a get up at 6 a.m. kind of guy. I'm a go to sleep at 2 a.m. and get up at noon kind of guy.
wow.
That's me at my happiest. But I don't think anybody will let me paint at like 11 p.m. But but yeah, that's giving me a lot more um cuz it's just making me happier, and it's just making me um just have a slightly different outlook on
Yeah,
everything happening around, um making myself a little bit better, etc., etc. So,
it's
yeah,
good.
things
Yeah.
happen for a reason. Is fate
So,
a lie or is it not?
um, you want to talk about that?
Sure, I don't give a fuck. We'll do whatever we want here.
So that this fate and determinism, maybe
Destiny.
destiny.
Yeah.
Destiny is a great game, but it's not. But it's not a good topic. No,
I I
do you
haven't I
really
haven't
believe
seen.
in okay, yeah, there is a plan made out for us, or like really, like literally a
Yeah.
destiny?
Yeah.
You believe in that,
Do I? I don't.
or do you
It's a
just believe in cosmic chaos, and there is just causality?
Is it bipolar of me to think there's both? I think that I can't. I don't know if I can pick just one. I think that I think there are milestones in somebody's life that might happen for a reason, um, and they obviously will change you into a better person. But it also could be perception because, if an event happens to you and you know it's how you handle it, how you handle your surroundings and whatnot. You could say, "Oh, it's fate. This is literally the answer to all my problems," or "This made me realize," etc., etc. I mean, I think those are just things that happen to people. It's like, "Oh, this big event happened. Um, let me
Must
start
be
to."
written. Yeah.
What's that?
Now, you just said there was this big event,
Sure.
so there must
And
be
that
a
that
reason behind it.
right. And the big event could be anything.
Yeah. Okay.
It could be like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to get like, oh, it's like, oh, family member died. It's like, all right, now I got to figure, you know, how should I handle this? What do I do going forward? Where do I find peace in what happened? I think
Mhm.
that's really important too. Just if there's, you know, something that happens, it's, you know, obviously there's nothing that can be done to fix what happened, but you just gotta say, you know what, yeah, that sucks, but can't can't dwell on it. Gotta keep going.
Mhm.
Um, and hopefully it brings you out a better person.
Okay. But
Yes.
this all feels like I don't know, like um, one one just gives away control and the wheel. Yeah. So yeah,
Hmm.
it just happens, and whatever comes comes out of it. I mean, you you mostly get like a bit of control in your life, at least in where and how you put the situation for you.
Sure.
Yeah, like you can say, yeah, I mean, there's nothing to dwell about. Yeah, mostly there isn't. But is there something to learn about? what can I see in the situation for me, and how can I use it to grow? Yeah,
Understood.
like which is like when I experience the loss of a person that was near to me. Yeah, I can be at least in that moment with all the senses I've got, and experience all the feelings behind it, and experience that anger and that sorrow. Yeah, because that's a situation that hopefully doesn't happen too often. Yeah.
Of course.
So it's great. It's great to feel emotions like this, because that triggers something in you. Yeah, where you start to reevaluate things you maybe take for granted, like
Of course.
your own health, or that you have like 10 other family members, or 100
Right.
friends,
Yeah.
and
Of
they're
course.
still here, and you still got
Yes.
this day, and maybe tomorrow, and the day after, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So you see that, of course, with all our everyday lives, and the wheel we're in, kind of, yeah, we kind of lose track of it. So sometimes there's this occurrence, like someone dies,
Yeah.
and that gives you this reality check. Yeah, and then you are in the moment, and are like, okay, nothing is for granted. Like no time, no health, no circumstances. I mean,
Right.
there's, but if you think there's so much like luck and small percentage chance. Yeah, like if you think we just only know each other because we live in a time where technology is so far that we have the means to communicate in a very decent way. I mean,
Yeah.
you are literally sitting on the other side of the planet, in front of a screen, and we're talking. We're
Yep.
talking real time. Yeah.
Yep.
So there's that. Yeah. I live in a time and in a country where I'm able, and also where I'm allowed to make the music and the art I ever dreamt of. Yeah. I always wanted to make metal that is about spaceships. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird. Yeah. I mean, there are different countries like, in Saudi Arabia or Iran, where there are
Yeah.
metal bands. Yeah. They're not allowed to write their lyrics and to play metal music, because it's automatically satanic, and it's anti
Religion or
uh,
whatever. Yeah.
yeah, and anti-government. I mean,
Anti-government. Yeah.
obviously it's metal music, so it's made for the Dark Lords, which, yeah, of course,
Sure. You Dark Lord.
he's our guy. He's our guy. We have to worship him. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's this thing. I'm living literally in a free country. Yeah, like there's not only the Americas. Yeah, there's also Austria. We're also free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah,
Hell
dude,
yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah,
Give me an amen, brother.
we
So
made it.
yeah, so through this weird coincidence, I started this band. Yeah, and I was able to promote it. And then there were these Russian guys with this page where they're like, "Hey, there's this band, and they
Yeah.
make new music. Check it out."
Yeah.
And you found that,
Yeah.
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 And now we're here, and all of this by this little chance, yeah. And I'm not talking about the chance that there is even life on this fucking rock, yeah,
Right.
which were like really far, and we know the life got put here, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or it came from Mars or whatever, yeah. Let's just talk about Ben, yeah. So
Yeah.
this moment here truly is just by so little chance, but truly we live it, yeah, and we have to cherish it, and this is awesome, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and as I said, when I read stuff about like metal bands in Iran. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I wanna thank all the dark metal gods who made it possible that I'm in in Austria and I can do shit like that.
There was that one band under scrutiny recently. Did you see that they left? They fled the country.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, they
no.
straight up left.
Mhm.
That's good on them, man. That's too far in my opinion. Um, that was heavy. Um,
You wanted to go there.
I did. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Processing.
so
Go ahead. Yeah.
life on Earth.
Life on Earth.
How
Are we
how
talking
did
about
how did
life
we
on
get?
Earth or human life on Earth?
Yes,
Yes. Okay. Um,
first and then. Yeah.
there's
Do you
you
believe
bring
in
it.
like engineers, in Prometheus?
I totally am in the ballpark of, and I actually, I'm trying to do um, my band, or just me basically, and the story that I had written. I'm actually thinking about altering it a little bit to follow, to basically scale more time and just kind of extend on the human, I guess, human story, but obviously not all of it's going to be on Earth. But I'm totally in the ballpark of um, there were humans like how we look now, maybe slightly more advanced. You know, maybe few 10, 20. I mean, some of them go back as far as like 200,000 years ago. Of like just like technology and things. And what I mean by technology is like they had like flutes and like bowls, and they had art and that kind of stuff, cave paintings and stuff like that. But I'm fully in ballpark of human life was dropped on Earth because Earth was obviously in the Goldilocks zone, is a habitable planet. Human beings can exist here and thrive here by people who, obviously humans, on ships. They blasted people onto like, the Americas, Europe, Asia. Um,
They were just sprinkling people all over the
right, yeah,
place.
just go down there,
Yeah.
and obviously with the different cultures, the Asians, the Polynesians, you know, um, the Indians, Africans, the Europeans, Brazilians, Americas, etc. Just basically, here's all the genes. All right, bye, and they left.
Okay.
And they check up on us every once in a while. Um,
Okay.
and I
So
think
we're
I
kind of like an advanced ant farm for
yeah,
someone
seed
else.
colonies. But the joke is, you don't know you're a seed.
Yeah, of course, of
Yeah.
course.
Um, so I'm all right. The people who do know that obviously are very high up, and it's not public information. Um, that's my theory. That's the one I kind of like the most. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking about, um, my story. I'm thinking about going kind of back into the times of one of my favorite authors, not Randall Carlson, excuse me, Graham Hancock. Um, and with that story, yeah, they're referring to the Younger Dryas period, where they believe that an asteroid hit a little bit of Asia, the Northern America, or not Asia, excuse me, like around the Israel, and then all the way up to like Greenland. They're finding like these craters, and they're finding it up in Greenland because all the ice is now starting to disappear, and they found I think one or two decent sized craters, and this was the time during the ice age, and it melted all of the ice and pretty much probably wiped out most of human life. This is around the, what was it, the 11,600 year ago time frame. I really like that theory, because there are things that just no human or no untechnological race or being could do this unless they knew exactly what they were doing. And I'm referring to um, something like the Amazon rainforest. In reality, it's literally a man-made garden. There is these the dirt itself, the soil itself is literally engineered, and we don't understand how it was engineered yet. I forget what they call it. I don't have a Jamie here to pull it up, but
Need a Jamie.
let me
Jamie
see if
can't just.
yeah, Jamie can't exist.
Yeah,
Let me. I don't know if I can. I'm trying to find out.
That's a very interesting theory. I've never heard it before.
I'm trying to find. Yeah, nutrient-rich soil, and it exists from what scientists have found nowhere else on Earth. It's only in um Brazil in the South American region, which is where humanity would have thrived during this time because a lot of the ice was over North America. There was a lot of Pleistocene animals, that kind of stuff. They're also now gone for the most part. I'm trying to find
But
it.
but,
Good.
but in case of migration of people on Earth, isn't it like that like um man kind of like not like man like man and women but like
Yeah.
humans spawned kind of in Africa and
Right.
moved on from there.
Yes.
So America was so far away and only accessible through a land bridge in northern.
Yes. Alaska.
Yeah,
Alaska,
yeah, yeah.
Russia area. Yeah. So that was actually around
then,
that time. Yeah.
and then they had to go like all the way to South America, and that's not an easy way to go. I think. Yeah,
Right.
this takes time.
Yeah. I mean, who was it? The one of the initial, what was it, the Great Clovis Society? Um, they were the ones who crossed that land bridge and entered into the Americas. But they're finding just structures, and a lot of them, they're like I don't even know how to word it. They're like glyphs in the earth. They're like, I don't know if I could probably just send it to you.
Yeah.
But they're like just shapes in on Earth.
Oh,
In
like,
South America, they also are. They're in the Americas too, up here as well.
these huge like paintings that are like carved, and you can only see them by plane.
No,
You- those ones or
they're actually engraved in the earth.
okay?
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, do it.
I am Jamie. Jamie, look that up. All right, let me see. South.
I've never heard of it actually.
Doesn't. This gives me nothing. Good gravy. No, that's not it. No, not these. Well, these are cool, but I don't think these are. This isn't necessarily what I'm referring to.
You
I also
don't mean this NASCAR lines.
no, and that's what I'm looking at here. This is not what I was referencing, but I don't know when these were made. But this is also cool.
500 before Christ.
Yeah, not. We just think I'm gonna carve the earth. I'm gonna carve the earth and say, hey, we're here. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, the concept behind this NASCAR lines it were paintings for the gods. Yeah,
Mm.
because they live up in the heavens and in
Yeah.
the skies, and you have to draw like really big so they can see it. Yeah,
Yeah.
also from above.
Yeah.
But how they did it is I don't fucking know, man. Because this like so huge, but really exact. When you can see like the
Yeah.
shapes. Okay, this is a bird, and there's a spider, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
Right. And that's the other thing. You talk about the math behind the pyramids.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
like how like
You mean
were
like?
were were we this smart? Were we smarter? And this is just like the smallest amount we could do.
Uh-huh.
Where it's like I couldn't tell you the math for that, but it's like it revolves around like the circumference of the Earth, the angle it's pointed at. The three
It's
pyramids
pointed. Uh,
themselves.
yeah. If you, I don't know if
It's
you draw, and it points to true north, and yeah, and it's also references to specific constellations and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Orion. So they reference Orion in the pyramids, and it's like, should we be looking there? It's like what clues could be left behind, kind of thing, for future us to figure out
Mhm.
in terms of potentially facing some sort of extinction event.
Yeah.
Um,
My wife always says, yeah, it's totally obvious, man. It's Stargate. Yeah,
I
they needed a place to land for their
yeah
ships, so there you have it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I grew up on Stargate thanks to my dad. So
Stargate is
yeah,
great.
Stargate's a
Oh,
good, fun show.
fuck, I love
Yeah, it's
it. Love it.
he's got all the DVDs because he bought the DVDs before like Blu-rays are out.
Nice,
Yeah, but
nice. So
he
you have
still. I don't
he has
have them. My dad still has them. He's
okay.
yeah, he still got them.
He has to
But
rebuy everything
yeah,
on.
he's not gonna. He's like, I'm not buying. I'm not. He doesn't want
Yeah.
to. So I don't blame him. Dude, buying like shows, like physical like copies of shows and movies, that can get expensive if you really are into it.
Oh,
That's like a that's in a hobby of its own, having like your own home theater. It's like I'm gonna buy everything, even if it's digitally. That racks up. However, I
I
buy sample libraries and I'm broke as fuck. So
I have like hundreds and hundreds of DVDs and
oh my god,
Blu-rays because of mostly movies because
yeah,
I really like to see behind the scenes and making offs and interviews and production diaries
mm,
and yada yada yada
yeah,
because with all the extra content and the extra explanation of specific scenes and how they made it. Yeah, it really adds it really adds value
yeah,
to the whole 90 minutes, 2 hours. I don't fucking know. Yeah, because then you see how what an huge task it is to tell a 90-minute story with
oh yeah,
especially practical effects,
yeah,
move your camera team around the world because you I don't know, you shoot a movie like I don't fucking know, Indiana Jones or something.
yeah.
or yeah, um, or with more modern stuff like I don't know, when you go into fantasy like Game of Thrones where they had 3 production teams scattered all around the world. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
it's
is crazy. and
uh,
and, and what I don't get is people that go to the movies, not at the moment,
yeah,
not at the moment, that go to the movies, see the most amazing
right,
shit, yeah, like amazing stories and
yeah,
beautiful images and stuff, and they go out and they say like, yeah, it was okay. was like, there's a whole industry just for your fat lazy ass to entertain you, and you don't appreciate it.
Yeah.
And you don't appreciate it fully. Yeah, and you just went to the movies just to see it, so you can say you saw it. Yeah,
Right.
it's like
Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, a little bit of lag there. No worries. Okay, we're still back.
it's the same. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're back
It's
to
the
normal.
same with like. Okay, it's good again.
Yeah,
where
we're good.
where should I start?
Yeah.
Okay. It's the same with like music. Like people get like their albums or single tracks, and they just listen to it like once, and they're not like uh, interested in. And this is how we go full circle now.
Yeah.
How was it made? Why is the structure like it is? What was the thought of the artist? What wanted? What's the things that he or she wanted to tell us? Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's mostly like you cannot listen to all of it or see all movies. Obviously, you will
You'll
miss
die.
some.
Yeah, you'll miss some. Yeah.
Yeah, you have some stuff. When you think about it, that there are 3 bazillion bands out there, and everyone is releasing stuff like right now. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Lots of content.
Yeah. You like content?
Oh yeah, you like content? Hey,
Yeah.
you like content?
Yeah. I love.
No, but I totally agree with like when I was
Yeah.
younger, I had DVDs because I had like a little portable DVD. And I would always listen to like the director's cut and then like the cast like commentary.
This is
Just
great.
yeah, just to listen to them, and it's fun, because obviously those are actual people, not just actors. So I
This
like
is
hearing some of
like-
their good.
like podcasts before there were podcasts.
Sure,
kinda.
yeah. You're discussing, like you said, the thoughts behind a piece of art, or, movie, music. I love any type of album. When I was younger, I liked the like the Lamb of God documentaries. They did movies like for every release, and I was like, cool, I love it.
Hell yeah.
This is great. Peripheries just put a few out. Well, they put one out they did one for Hailstan, which is, a year ago, I probably would say I don't like Periphery. A year ago, because I was like
Okay.
they just
How?
kind of like and you know what, I was kind of a little more jaded, and I'll be honest, and I'm just trying to now open myself up, especially this year. I've really embraced a lot of music and listened to a lot of new things, and I can currently say that when Periphery writes a very good song, it's a very good song, and I highly enjoy it. And not songs for everybody, but you know what? There are songs that I really dig that I probably wouldn't a year ago. And that goes with a lot of other music as well. I'm just trying to look at things less harshly, look at things more openly, because I do kind of good.
Try
Mhm.
try not to find the perfect piece of art.
Sure.
Find what it's the strongest piece in a certain piece of art. Like what is the strength of the song or of the painting or of photo or the movie? What can it give to you?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I'm trying to look at it now, where I'm trying to take, oh hey, that's a cool idea. Even if I don't like the whole song, it's like, oh, that's cool. I like what they did there. And that's just how I'm trying to view things more currently, because I guess I'm in a better mindset, slightly better mindset. I'm trying to just not be as harsh and as negative, as much as I can. Sometimes it's hard, but I am trying to get better in terms of being a happy existing human.
Yeah.
This is fine. Fire. This is fine.
It's much more rewarding when you find how can I say it, good things, like
Right.
find something that complements to your mindset. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And say like, they did this specific thing very, very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or as you said, even if it's just an idea. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, on the other side, when you just I don't know, try to be this harsh critic
Yeah.
and flaws and mistakes and the things that weren't so great. Yeah. Then your mindset turns in terms of art, or
Mm-hmm.
it turns really dark, really fast. Yeah,
Oh
because
yeah.
then everything you see is like failure and mistakes and weak links.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and missed chances.
mhm.
Yeah, and and uh, yeah, and then it's really hard to come out of this negative maelstrom.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and as I mentioned a little, I'm trying to write music. Um, the most recent thing I've done, which I posted yesterday, um, I'm really happy with how it's kind of turning out. I'm happy with the direction it's going. But let me tell you how many projects I started that never will get finished because or they just didn't, because at the time I should say that they didn't get finished because at the time I was so critical and harsh on myself, and I can't write like that anymore. So that's another reason why I'm trying to kind of just remove negativity in general from me existing, and I think it's definitely helped because I could physically see the progress that I'm doing with what I'm currently working on, and I think it also helps that I'm happy doing the job that I'm doing in terms of my actual job. The thing that actually makes me money right now. Um, being happy there. I think I'm just trying to be a lot happier and a lot less critical and harsh on things in general, and
So
just try and look at it a little more um, curiously, as I have a guitar mentor, as he would say, um, and yeah, I'm just trying to get better, and I think I'm doing so. So
would you
not
say that being happy is hard work?
for me, yes,
Okay,
but
explain yourself.
explain yourself. So
Yeah.
I I have I think it all has to do with so I have Asperger's, which I think I mentioned to you. I don't know if I ever did, but I do have. I was diagnosed with it
But you
when I
did
was
now.
younger. I did now, yes. So everybody knows. Hooray! So I think literally almost like kind of like a robot, almost, if that makes sense. Like I think very kind of robotically. How would this actually help me beneficially? Not necessarily as, oh, will it make me happier, or will this make me feel better? I kind of think a little more mathematically, patterns. I like to follow patterns. Um, yeah, patterns honestly is probably the thing I follow the most. If I identify a pattern, I can, I think I more lean towards the way the pattern's going, in terms of any situation. So for me, I guess I just see flaws everywhere. Um, and growing up, I didn't have a great stable, uh, home life, family life, whatever.
Yeah.
And I just fed on that, and it's really hard coming out of that mindset, being the age I am now, because it is all I knew growing up. I didn't have many people that I associated with when I was younger. I didn't understand. I wasn't accepted or anything like that. So yeah, I'm just at this point in my life. I think it's important to me to figure it out and to change how I act. Um, and ultimately, like I said, get better. and I think I'm leaning in that direction. You know, I still get more, I guess, mechanical thoughts, you know, robotic thoughts, you know, but I'm trying to now answer my initial robotic thought with a question, and a positive question generally, if that makes sense.
Self-correction. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That-
there you go. That's all you get. No, I'm just kidding.
That's all I get. Goodbye. See you. Okay. So, again, help me out a bit. Like symptoms of Asperger are.
So I'm not great at communicating. However,
I don't have the feeling that.
right. So
It's true.
I what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to, you know, I like it. I watch a lot of Joe Rogan, like, I'll be honest, and I'm just learning how, I guess, I want to communicate with people, because I
Okay.
guess it does not come naturally, and it never has. You know, I'm definitely don't consider myself any type of what do they call it, spring butterfly or spring flower, where when it comes to just openly talking about, like, oh, how's your day? You know, blah blah blah. You know, it's like, oh, I sat on a bench today, and you know, it was really sunny and nice out, and he's like,
Like small talk.
yeah, I'm not. I more care about, hey, do you believe in aliens?
Yeah.
You know, and it's
The
just, I
important
guess,
question.
right, and you know, a little more, I guess, important conversations I find more enjoyable than small talk. Um,
Yeah.
and you know, I also think about it now. You know, I was diagnosed with it, but being the age I am now, I question: do I actually have it, or did I just not know how to interact? Now there are a few, like, symptoms. You know, I become fascinated or obsessed with a certain thing for long periods of time. That's one thing that people with Asperger's do, and I did do this a lot when I was younger. I loved trains. Trains were awesome. I had train sets, toy trains. I like made models. I did all this other nonsense and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I you know, I was fascinated with military vehicles. I had tanks. I had little toy soldiers. I had all this nonsense, and I never liked both things at the same time, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was only
You first were in the one thing, like for real, like deep, and then you discarded it and took the next thing.
but it would change every 6 months. Does that make sense? It might not
Yeah.
make sense, but that's how my mind operated when I was like 8,
Uh,
8, 9, 10. Basically till I was probably, I don't know, 20. No, not that long. No, I would say, I'd probably say like 15, 14, 15. And then I started to,
That's obvious.
well, I liked these things, but then I got into gaming, like really into gaming. Like I had like I used like my dad's computer to play some games, but you know, PC games back in like 2000 were, you know, a potato could run it. Um but you know, I really started getting into it, but you know, I had no income at the, you know, when I was in high school. But I had an Xbox, you know, I played that. I highly enjoyed that. And I took, you know, obviously liking military vehicles. I just played a bunch of shooters and, you know, Battlefield and shit like that. And I was like, this is fun. I like it. Yay! You know, how to kind of chill me out and occupy my time.
Okay,
Was it
get
the best occupation of my time? Probably not, but you know what, I find enjoyment in. Let me think if there's a trying to think of the pattern that Asperger
Asperger review.
Aspergery um just
That's a term.
you know, because I really wasn't great verbally when I was younger.
Yeah.
I started talking late. I think was like, oh no, not 4. I think I was like 3 before I started talking, and
Question.
that's very
Is-
late.
Is OCD a symptom of Asperger?
I think it actually is. Let me. You know what? I don't even know what my own diagnosis is.
Jamie.
Jamie, look up the symptoms, Jamie. I'm literally looking up symptoms for the thing I'm. But it's not like something that I like to, I guess, broadcast. Problems making and maintaining friendships. I think that's gotten better, but I still. A lot of the issues I have is like I question myself a lot. But more negatively. Like I'm not positively questioning myself. I'm negatively affecting myself. Lack of common sense. Yeah, I got that. I don't know shit. Oh yeah, poor eye contact. That's a big one. Obviously, not in the same room. So, tendency to engage in one-sided conversations about oneself. Sure. Fascinating on certain topics. We talked about that. Interpretation of information. Interpreting information as literal. Yes. I have that problem a little bit in terms of
Okay, so
basic conversations, not like small talk conversations. I take a little more literally. I yeah, I'm not great with social cues. I still struggle with that, where I don't know if I just don't know. I wouldn't even know where to begin to try to understand what somebody else's thoughts are, either about me or engaging with me or anything like that.
Okay.
But enough about me.
That's very interesting. Okay. I don't know. I wouldn't really say that how can I put it in my broken English here? I don't have the feeling that Asperger is so seldom, kind of. I know a lot of people that have like hyper interest in
Sure.
their stuff. I know a lot of people who have a hard time understanding social cues and look each other in the eyes. Yeah,
Right.
so I don't know. Is it maybe like how we behave as
That becomes the
people, or
I
don't
think
know.
I think we don't understand yet.
Huh?
I think until we get to the point where maybe we can, I guess maybe observe brainwaves in a cost efficient way. You
Yeah,
know, I don't
yeah.
think we kind of will know. There, I've talked
Maybe
to people who,
our Asperger people are the next step.
right, and I think that too. It's like, okay, is this evolution? Are people with, you know, I don't know, Asperger's or autism, are they literally the next humans? Like,
Yeah,
it's like, is this the evolution, or is it who knows? I don't know. There's people say that they don't necessarily agree with that diagnosis, and I'm not trying to hold myself to that really anymore. I'm trying to be a little more I guess me, if that makes sense. I'm not trying to
it
um
it makes perfect sense.
yeah, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I got shit wrong with me, that kind of stuff. I'm just trying to exist and
No, it's
you
different.
know,
So
hey, I know I have this, but let's not dwell on it as much.
you're not defined by Asperger.
Right. Sure.
It's just
All
the
all that
thing
fluffy talk.
that makes you sip on
Oh,
that.
bubble tea's great.
Shout out bubble tea.
Shout out to Tidu. Anybody who's got one, Tidu. Excellent stuff. My favorite place to go. Let's talk about aliens.
Bring it. What you want to hear? I know him.
What are you know 'em? Have you met aliens? Have you seen a UFO?
have I seen a UFO?
Yes,
Only on the YouTubes.
I have.
You have seen a
I,
UFO.
I was in astronomy class of all places, and
Yeah.
it was on the roof of the campus we were at,
Yeah.
and it was one of the nights where we kind of sat outside. Um, I was the last person to go in. I just kind of was literally on my back looking up, and I saw this dot doing just maneuvers that no craft, just like just doing things that obviously technology that we have now can explain. And that was 2013, 14
Yeah.
time frame, and I'll be honest, it was pretty faint, but I did see it. It looked like a normal star in the sky, not like Vega or you
Yeah.
know Rigel. It's not nothing like super bright, but it was there, and I was doing maneuvers and stuff like that, and it's like, fuck,
Where
man.
were there quadcopters in 2013?
Quadcopters? I mean,
No, like the drones.
oh,
you
the
can fly now.
drones. I don't think so, because I worked in a retail
Yeah.
place.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
Let me specify. Were there drones in the military or at the
Hmm.
DARPA
Probably.
kind of thing?
Probably.
There
I
you have it.
So I
There
saw
you
something that,
proto quadcopter.
but isn't that what a UFO is? It's not necessarily an alien. It's just like, I don't know what that is.
That would have been my next question.
Yeah.
Did you think you have seen like something that you don't know, or something that you don't know from an extraterrestrial race or other dimension?
I probably leaned more towards "Hey alien" than "Hey military drone."
Yeah. I mean, I so wish that one day, I don't know, whoever, like the aliens from the Arrival or the Vulcans or whoever, just finally lands on planet Earth and said, "Okay, people, enough with all this bullshit. We
Yeah.
now show you the way and
Yeah.
how to deal with shit. Here's the manual. Stick to it. See you in 1,000 years in the stars. Goodbye." I so hope that this is going to happen when I live and I can somehow get involved. It would
Right.
be great. Yeah. Or at least that I don't know. Someday there will be a UFO, like in sense of like a alien spacecraft.
Yeah.
Flies by the Earth and some, I don't know, maybe Hubble or something catches it and says, "There you see, there are the green people or whoever
Right.
used to be your alien of choice." Yeah. They don't do shit with us, but now we know that they are here. Yeah.
Right.
There's the super rational part in my brain who is mostly primed for like the simplest answer that there is. Yeah.
Right.
Just to find it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm mostly like, yeah, I've seen this weird alien ship and blah blah, and I'm like, okay, good. Boring reality would be
Yeah,
this,
boring reality would say.
this is your military quad.
Yeah.
This is I don't know, some atmospheric uh, discharge. I don't have the good English words now.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
You mean maybe like the, I don't know, maybe like the sense or the what would the word be? Maybe I'm off topic. I'm sorry.
no, just
Okay. Never mind. Okay.
yeah.
Boop.
Yeah. So mostly people see like natural occurring phenomena that are kind of seldom and interpret alien spaceships.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as I said, I wanted to like land on planet Earth so I can see them and experience them. Yeah,
Right.
but I don't think that it will happen. Yeah, so soon.
So soon, yeah.
Or we don't really. If they engage us, it would be like like a human engages an ant colony.
Yeah.
They will come and make weird shit. Yeah,
Right.
that we don't understand, and suddenly all our water is gone or something.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And they're gone too because we need water for our I don't know
Bye.
for our planet. Okay, thanks. Bye. I see ya.
We appreciate your what was the word? We appreciate your patronage. Hey,
Yeah.
bye.
Not even that because when was the last time you just said thanks to an ant? Yeah, or something.
Thanks,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah. It would be the nice thing to do, or like I don't know, take honey from bees and say like thank you for your hard work.
I do
You
that.
What?
I do
What?
that. Thanks, bees.
That's nice.
I
That's
love
really
bees.
nice and wholesome. Yeah.
Yeah. I usually
Yeah.
try and get honey locally cuz it with local honey there's like pollen and stuff with the area. It
Yeah.
helps
Yeah.
you
Of course.
interact a little bit better. And sometimes you'll go to like a farm and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, there's bees out there." They do like a thanks bees. Sometimes there was one place back
Just
where I
pet.
used to live where they were in the wall of the like shop, but they were like in a glass so you could see them doing their shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, "Oh, thanks." And take off.
Great.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm weird like that. Wholesome, I guess. I don't know.
You're not. Stop. You're not weird. You just don't take shit for granted, and you know. Okay, honey is made by other beings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beings.
Ah,
Beings.
pun intended. I now can make dad jokes because I'm a dad. Yeah?
Yeah, right.
Deal with it. So it would be nice. Yeah. It would be nice for the aliens when they take our water, just to say thank you.
Thanks, bye.
Thank you, humans, for not polluting so much. And yeah, as I said, I like the thought of aliens and all the story and makeup and bullshitting and theories. Yeah. But there's this rational side of me that's getting stronger somehow, and it's
Sure.
like, you're
Now,
grown.
you do know you need to suspend some disbelief sometimes.
What do you mean?
So, well, I don't know. This is completely hypothetical. But let's say like something happened and it's like, there's no way this is real, but it's real. You know, I don't know. Like, let's say, I
Need
don't
an
know.
example.
Let's say a big alien ship just popped out of nowhere right over Austria. Like it just, you were outside and it's just, there it is. It's like, all right, you know, this breaks all known physics as far as we know. It's like, all right, maybe, you know, maybe we don't know anything. I'm really in the ballpark where we know very little. You know, I think we're starting to get there. You know, there has been a few breakthroughs with physics this year. But I think we're starting to figure out. But if some being's been around for you know, an empire's a few millennia old, you know, a few thousand years old, it'd be like, you use planes. We just snap our fingers and we're around we're in the next planet. You know, it's like, all right,
waste of time.
Fucking noobs.
Yeah.
Did you see the Pentagon footage of the UFO they found over the west coast of the States by those Air Force pilots?
Yeah. I think I've seen some clips. There were 3 or 4 clips released very recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they are all. I mean, they are all UFOs. Yes,
yeah.
But I think none of them are like spaceships.
Do you think they're drones from other countries?
Yeah, mostly, or other planes. And you maybe know I'm a hobby photographer, like
Yeah,
for
yeah.
really long now. Yeah. I mean, I've mostly taken like band pics, yeah,
Yeah.
and promo stuff. Um, and many of those pictures you can
Manipulate.
explain, not manipulate, but explain why they look and feel a certain way when you know which focal length and distances were used, or how specific heat signatures get recorded by different sensors and stuff. Yeah.
So those
So
craft had no heat signature.
mm, I don't know which videos you.
So I'm pretty sure all the photos that they showed off were under infrared, and they
Mhm.
gave off no heat signature in any of the footage. But it was traveling. I forget what the speed was, but it was like Mach like 4 or 3, 4 or 5, something like that. Only maybe a handful of aircraft have ever done that we have. If it is other countries, then that's scary. Fuck.
Okay.
Yeah. If we're gonna go with that kind of direction, I hope that's not the case. I would literally rather have it be an alien than it be another country's tech, because that's
Really?
spooky. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I
Any
don't know.
any day. I try. I don't. I think. I think humans are super unpredictable with motives and, well, not motives, but like I think things could go south super quick if if things were going to go that direction. And again, I'm not trying to be negative, but I would literally rather it be an alien than it have it be a country's tech.
Okay. But do you know like all the tech that your country has?
I know. Well, if we're gonna talk about like Bob
Of course.
Lazar, Mr. Of course, well, yeah, of course not. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
I know very little, and like
And
we
and
all don't know much. Yeah.
and and especially like uh, a country as big as the United States,
Right.
a huge uh,
Deserts.
military operation.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean you
Midwest. Yeah.
like
Or the Southwest. Yeah.
have like what, 5 huge branches?
Now 5: Space Force, Army,
Yeah.
Marines, Navy, Coast Guard. 6. Is it 6? Coast Guard, Air
Yeah.
Force, Space Force, Navy, Marines, Air Army. 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
6 forms of military to say how big our dick is.
Yeah. I mean, here in Austria we have like 2 tanks
2
and
tanks.
and one broken plane.
Oh,
And
Christ.
20 guys on the borders that are afraid in the dark, which are the best of the best.
Yes.
Nah, I'm just joking.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
have like a decent army. For
A country your
day,
size.
one day of self-defense.
Yeah, it would. Oh, God.
Yeah. When the Russians come,
The Russians.
it's over. It's over in minutes.
Oh,
Like,
man.
we just surrender and yeah, just deal with it. Yeah. So what I wanted to say is you have like these 6 branches, which are
Yes.
in itself like 6 different armies, kind of.
Right.
Yeah, which is huge, and even they don't really know what the other ones
Oh,
are,
no, not at all. No.
really doing.
No,
Yeah,
no.
or and the kind of tech they're having. So I
Isn't
don't
that
know.
weird?
I have what?
Isn't that weird? It's like the Army doesn't know what the Space Force is doing. It's like,
I think you need it for an equilibrium of force.
oh, yeah. If everybody's got to work together, you better start talking to people. It's like, hey, you better say, hey, we have this tech if we need it, Or, hey, there's this out this place,
I mean, but imagine that there aren't these like 6 branches. Imagine it would just be like the U.S. Army, yeah,
Hell yeah.
or just the U.S. Armed
Armed
Forces.
forces, yeah.
Which means you have one guy at the top, like the 5-star general. How many?
Yeah, I
Yes.
forget what their title is.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
Commander or Commander General, whatever.
Yeah, like the main honcho. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he suddenly thinks, I don't know, I don't like the president. I just
Coup
take
d'état.
I just take my man, and now it's the Empire of America.
Yep.
Because fuck the Senate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and all of the armed forces are under his will, because he's the guy who says like, okay, we do this thing. Yeah.
Right.
And now, if you have like an army general who says, okay, I don't like the president, I will now march to Washington, D.C.,
Mhm.
you have 5 others who say like, hey, that's against the rules, fuck you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they stop him. Yeah. Which is very important for a country of your size with an army of the size of your country. Yeah.
Right.
I guess. So I don't think it's weird to have like this many branches.
But do you think they should communicate?
Of course they should communicate, but they should also keep each other in check.
That's kind of what America is. It's like, hey, there's a bunch of things that have some sort of power in some sort of way, but you
Mhm.
have to make your case to like 5 other groups of people.
Mhm.
Like the Senate, the House, etc. The Judiciary Committee, Supreme Court, all this other stuff. Hey, you got to make sure it's okay with them before it's it's legit. Which
Yeah.
is checks and balances, I guess, which is definitely important and needed. I
But
agree that
isn't like compromise the essence of democracy, kind of.
compromise in terms of
Yeah, okay, like we find a common middle ground, so
Mhm.
everyone is like not super happy but can live with it. Yeah, so we can progress as a community.
right. That's life, and people. If people have a problem with that, they need to definitely figure that out because it is us existing is compromise. I think.
It is. Yeah. And
Um.
I and I really I don't know I from day to day I grow more on this idea and think okay, it's maybe not every compromise is good for me as an individual, but it gives me the feeling of like community and
Yeah.
togetherness, and
Sure.
we're going forward as a group. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because going forward is nice, but going forward together with other people is even nicer, because you
Yeah.
can share this experience of progress, and in the end of your days, maybe can say, we did it together with all these
Yeah.
people. In the long run, we were like happier. Yeah.
And who knows what you'll find out when you're with other a group of people. You know.
Of course. Of course.
I think I definitely do like my time, you know, um, isolated and doing my own thing. But there's definitely a time where you need to um, go out and be curious. Like my guitar mentor says, be curious.
Yeah.
Um, and that involves going out and trying to see people and you know uh, trying to do that more and just try new things and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because there's literally there's too much stuff to experience, and
Mm-hmm.
other people are like for me are like a conduit to their to other experiences. Yeah,
Right.
so I don't have to make this experience, because I can make this experience through another person. Yeah,
You're right.
and this is I don't know, this is kind of weird, but kind of interesting somehow.
Isn't that this kind of an idea of just community and all that kind of stuff. I think that's where we should kind of focus. I think there needs to be more discussion in general with everybody.
Yeah.
That's your neighbor, your I think politically, all that kind of stuff. There just needs to be more conversations that are had, and yeah.
True story.
I think ignoring problems will only bring more. And
It's only blow up.
yeah, right. Bring more and you'll blow shit up. It's like figure it out. Figure it out.
I mostly also think like finding conversation is important. Like talk with your neighbor and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've never had the feeling that like for me in school, somebody taught us how to sit on a table with a person that has a different opinion than yours.
Yeah.
Is.
Yeah.
Like on whatever topic you want, like race, politics, aliens, fuck it, yeah.
Yeah.
And deal with the situation and deal with the person, but also respect the person and respect the difference of opinion. And in the end, like trying to see things through the eyes of the other person and vice versa. Yeah.
Right.
And also to maybe accept, okay, like after this discussion, we both stand up and respect the other one and go our ways, and not want to like win a discussion, but win experience through it, yeah, and grow as a person, and maybe find the middle ground in best case. Yeah.
You said this was something you learned in school?
No, I did not.
Oh, you did not. Okay.
I think we all could like really benefit if we could like learn how to converse. Yeah. I don't know, like
that should be that should be mandatory. Period. Honestly.
Yeah.
As a human being, in my opinion.
Should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know, but
I was about to be like, yo, what the fuck? Austria's teaching this shit? It's like, huh? Really?
Wouldn't that be great?
Like, it's like I was not trying to be like, oh, it's literally dooming you from the start. It's like how to actually be like a human. If you're not taught that at a younger age, I think obviously you won't know it when you're an adult who pays taxes, and it's like, all right, you got a problem? Well, fuck that guy. He's an idiot.
Just punch him. Yeah.
Yeah, just punch him and scream, I win.
Yeah. And scream freedom.
America, hell yeah.
Because they always win. Yeah.
I do not support the actions of the U.S. military. Or the U.S. in general. Yeah, who's got the tea? No, I'm just kidding. That's like a meme. Like, I got the tea, or what is it? The receipts? I don't know. Whatever those kids say today.
Never heard the kids.
Yeah, those kids.
How old are you again?
I am 26.
You're 26.
I'm 26, but I honestly think that I'm pretty.
How old do you feel?
18. Like, I feel like I just hit like I'm trying to figure out who I am. Maybe not 8, maybe like 20, but I'm like trying to figure out like what am I doing,
Yeah.
And trying to mature a bit. I definitely don't feel like I'm 26. I feel like I'm a few years behind, which is a good and bad thing, I guess. I don't know.
How do you think someone with the age of 26 should feel?
Someone at the age of 26 would probably not give a shit about I don't know. Would probably only good question.
I know.
Good question. Well, probably would have their priorities straight and probably would have a fairly decent mental capacity for handling
Straight.
problems. Yes.
Let me get this straight. You have a job.
Yeah. Do have a job.
Huh?
I do have a job.
You have a job.
Yes,
yeah?
I have a job.
You have a job that you, at the moment, like to do.
Thankfully, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a hobby, like music and complex with music.
Mhm.
Yeah. What's hard to play and harder to write. Yeah.
Very hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
have a house or apartment where you live.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as far as I know, you have some kind of wife.
Yes.
Really, a
yes,
really
yes.
nice person she is.
Yes.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Shout out wife.
Yeah, love you.
Yeah. So what more priorities do you need? But you know, you
Well,
need,
I probably would I probably would spend my money a little more wisely than I uh have done in the past, the hobby I have, it makes no income currently, but I can't tell you how much money I've spent on trying to achieve a sound that I want and just have a lot of things at my disposal so that when I am ready to write something and do something, I have it. I'm kind of like archiving, if that makes sense. I'm just trying to have things so that, if I need.
but you're preparing.
Oh, yeah. I'm literally preparing for me to hopefully reach my apex of any type of fear about writing and also having the knowledge to write music and themes and stories in a way that I'm proud of. And yeah, I think once that happens, which might be soon, might be a few years from now, I don't know, but I'm preparing for that.
Yeah, I think you have some priorities you're working at the moment, and
Right.
this is like, I don't know. I think this feels like a huge deal, and you're doing a great job with it.
People say that, and I just kind of, it doesn't hit home. It kind of doesn't. It doesn't feel like it yet, but I think it's starting to, especially with the most recent thing I've done. Like I said, that has a really good direction in how it's sounding, where it's going. The actual story behind that is actually not. Let me also back up. Say, oh, no worries. Currently, what I have written is actually not for my band at all. That's actually that's a project me and my waifu are working on together.
Okay.
She actually wrote she wrote her own story, which is a kind of like a fanfic. She literally wrote chapters and literally did the whole thing, which I didn't do, and I probably should do. I have a rough outline of what I want, but I really don't have any type of characters. I'm starting to have a little more sense of that. I'm starting to dab a little bit into how to write stories. I'm watching like YouTube videos on structuring and shit like that. So she had her story written, and she's like, why don't just to start with, because I was struggling to write, and increasingly trying to get better at it. She said, why don't you just write to the story I have? And so I was like, I thought about it. I was like, all right, yeah, I'll do it. I'll give it a try. I tried to be very open to the idea. And what you're hearing now is, obviously I'm working a lot, and sometimes I get home, I really don't want to write or do anything. But that's about 3 weeks of work currently.
Yeah.
I'll render it out, and I'll listen to it during the week sometimes when I work, and I'll hear and I'll just hear things. I'll hear a sound, or I'll hear a melody or whatever. It's like, oh, I got to put that in there. And yesterday was a big was kind of a big day for it. Got home from work. Car just blew up outside. Sounds like. No, there's like a bunch of race cars. Like I'm on like a long narrow road, but cars like race down it all the time. But it sounds like a car like backfired up there. Um. Oop. And Oh, no
I
worries.
just lost my thoughts.
So you know what you're hearing. There's a story behind that song. There's lyrics currently, but I've never done vocals, and I'm gonna I've never recorded vocals, and
It's time to start.
I know, and it's totally new. I want to do some covers. I want to do some vocal covers for my YouTube channel, and I'll get to them. Um, I'll do them as practice. I have a good bit of 10+ songs I want to do. I want to do all of, like I said, I want to do all of Deconstruction by Devin Townsend. I want to do that whole album.
That's so hard.
I know, but
Hard stuff.
I know, and I don't know if I could still do it, but a few years ago I could. We'll see what happens. But I just want to show off, I guess what I can do vocally, because I actually started as I started singing. I started as singing before guitar. I was in choir, all that kind of stuff. And I'm not great, but I don't think I'm awful. But yeah, I want to just do it a little more professionally so that people can get an idea. What were we talking about? Oh, we're talking about my song, or the song I'm working on.
Priorities in life.
Oh yeah, priorities. Wow, where am I? Hello.
Yeah, priorities are sustain your hobby and your passion, which is like complex music. Yeah, I mean, mostly hobbies don't really generate like money.
Yeah.
Or don't they? Like I don't know, when someone decides to like, okay, my hobby is lifting weights or sports or playing golf. Yeah.
Yeah.
You take money and you put it
into the thing that you enjoy.
To generate a good feeling and you keep the endorphins pumping. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, which is like the greatest thing, because this is the thing that makes someone happy. Yeah.
Right.
So I think the pursuit of this feeling, like really deep happiness through constructive activities like hobbies, music, art, sports. Yeah, that is a great priority to have and to pursue. So you're doing a great job at that again.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
and I'm hoping for to continue with the momentum and keep going with it, and release something that I think is the other thing, with the music, I think the music I'm gonna write is gonna like change the world, kind of thing. Like that's how I want it to be. But I understand that's a little unrealistic.
Yeah.
But I think small steps, and maybe you could get there. But we'll see. I'm gonna still keep at it. I'm still super into it. Yeah.
First that, and secondly, keep in mind that always think like art is something like very egoistical, egocentrical somehow. Yeah, because it's just another way to say, hey, this is what I think.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I think of this topic. This is what I think of life. Blah blah blah. Listen to me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is very I don't know. I can say it, an entertaining way to tell your
yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Word. The later it gets, the worse my English gets.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Yeah. So. And yeah. That's what art is about. I think to tell your view and to have the most fun with it, because as long as you do, someone else will pick it up and maybe vibe with it and
Right.
be like,
Agree
"Yeah,
with you in some
I
way.
kind
Yeah.
I kind of feel the same way, and this is a reason why I like the music of this person." Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they sit at the screen and have a podcast.
Oh, right. Oh well.
You know?
Shucks.
And yeah, and literally this happened because of I decided to make weird art through
Yeah.
yeah.
One
And this is great. This is so
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Still, yeah. I mean, I said it before, yeah.
Mm.
But that literally connected us. Yeah.
Indeed. What was it? I think I did a cover of Thanatos, and I sent it over to you guys, and you were like, "Huh?" And then everyone was like, "Whoa, shit!" And then you sent
Yeah.
me a friend request. I think Thomas did, and one of the singers, I forget his name.
Sid.
Sid. Was it Sid? Sid's the one who left, right? Or that was Sven.
Sid left. No,
Sid.
Sid is Sven.
Oh,
That's
excuse
fine.
me. Yikes.
We also have like Amos,
Amos, that's right.
and the new guy is Gary.
Gary.
Shout out Gary.
All bassists and drummers, by the way.
All bassists and drummers.
That's super fun. I think that's cool because like it's like you care about, I guess you guys all care about this idea so much that you're willing to drop your instrument of choice to perform the music you want.
Like, how do you mean?
So it's like, oh yeah, I love bass, but we already have a bassist, but I care about this band so much that I'm going to play drums or I'm going to play guitar, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
That was my thing
Yeah.
because I'm like half my life now.
Mhm.
I play the bass guitar, and
Yeah.
I freaking love it because it's guitar and it's also drums. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
And it's such a subtle force. Yeah.
Right.
I really love it, and but I was like, yeah, okay, I wanna also write music for this band,
Mhm.
and the range of the guitar is obviously a bit farther
Yeah.
in the metal genre than bass guitar. Although I did write grooves on the bass guitar, but
Sure,
for the
yeah.
flavor and chords, a guitar is more effective. So I sat down. I was like, okay, how do I play guitar? And now I have to buy one, and now I have to work it out. And then there was this whole new world of
Mhm.
strings and guitar wankery, as you put it.
Yes,
Or,
the
or
guitar
Devin.
wanking, yeah, whatever. Noodling.
Uh,
Um,
so I was like, okay, I just don't play bass in this band, and I play guitar, and get a bass player that is better. Yeah, so we have an easy time
nice.
translating.
How many instruments do you have?
How many what?
How many instruments do you have? How many guitars and basses?
We have at the configuration at the moment is we have 2 singers, 1 drummer, 1 bass player, and 1 guitarist.
I meant your inventory, but yes, that's good to know for called Mothership.
My inventory. How
Yes.
many guitars? I have 4 guitars.
Okay.
And 3 bass guitars at the moment.
That's a good size collection.
It's okay. It's
I
always
have
like
one, so
yeah, but you have this badass Kiesel that is.
I'll be honest,
so
man.
Awesome. She's so awesome. Yeah.
I'll be honest, man. I'm really into Aristides right now. They came out with their headless, man.
Space
I
guitar.
I want it, man. I really like it because it's not wood.
Yeah.
And it's super unique. It's a lot thinner. And
Lighter.
I asked them if they would do a 9-string, and they said we're definitely open to it. So, obviously, I don't have, wouldn't be buying it currently, but obviously for future,
So
I'm kind of leaning, that way right now.
so
They
nine
are
string
a
from
9-string, yeah,
point of view would be an 8-string with a lower or with a higher string?
lower, right?
Even
Uh,
lower. How would
so
you tune it?
I would probably. So I'm finding far away. I have this a full step down.
Okay.
Actually, for the current song I'm working on, it's a full step down, and then the F sharp is actually 1.5 steps down because the song is in E flat.
Yeah.
E flat minor, right? Uh, I'm kind of really liking the E flat tuning in general. So I would probably do just a half step down across the board on a 9-string, and I might do a drop. What would that be? Drop. God.
Yeah.
I don't know. Numerical. I don't know. I forget what a God F. Was it B? No, it's not B. It would normally be F. A fifth. Is it a fifth? Right? F is. It is B. Right? It is B. Well, if it's a drop, it's A. Sorry. Music notation is hard and weird.
Damn. Damn. So yeah.
Yeah, that's that I'm still trying to figure out.
That's low. That's really low.
I mean, Mechana use 10 strings, 9 and 10 strings for their stuff. Yeah, did you know that?
No.
Yeah. If you listen to coexist is to surrender, division through distance. A lot of the album Acheron used the 10th string, I believe, on God, what was the song? Was it Vanquisher? I think Vanquisher had some elements of the 10th string.
How do you tune the bass to it?
So I use a plugin called Gin Bass. It's just I think the lowest note is C1. Let me load it up.
C1. Wait. When you tune your guitar down to E,
Yes.
then it would be E1. So the bass is in the same octave, or would you set it below that?
I have it. I guess I have it the same octave. Now I
Same
don't.
octave.
Now let me, because I don't know if, because honestly, like with any type of like I guess composing with guitar and bass, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of like, okay, that's the note, and here's the pattern. All right, I'm gonna pop it in, and there it is. So the bass part in the thing I'm working on is I'm pretty sure the same octave as the Let me see.
Guitar. Okay. Because
Yeah, the
they're like,
lowest note is C1 on my plugin.
okay. Because they're like this the two schools of thought now, where even though guitars are really low tuned at the moment at
Sure.
modern music, like to D1, C1, or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah. Many people think, okay, good. If I wanna have like a more snappy feeling to the bass,
Yeah.
and I tune it in the same octave, but push the bass so we still have like this mighty low end
Yeah.
coming through.
Okay.
Then there are people like crazy people who think like, yeah, we should be an octave below it, where you're like in 30 hertz something,
Nice.
and yeah, and be like in subcontra, like I don't know,
Lateralis kind of thing.
C
Yeah.
C0.
Yeah, C0.
And then when it's getting interested with like 37-inch scale basses and stuff.
Who makes a 37-inch scale?
Dingwall.
Dingwall. Dingwalls are fucking sexy, bro.
Yeah,
I would buy a
played
Dingwall so fast.
one.
I don't even play base. I would just buy one. They're so nice.
Um,
A red
it looks
swirl.
like
Mm.
I think every Dingwall looks like a race car.
Oh yeah, it looks like my chair, right?
Yeah.
I have it look like my chair. Yeah, I have it look like my chair.
Okay. Let me rephrase. Every Dingwall looks like your chair.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. My buddy.
Actually, a good friend of mine, Alex, it's
Mhm.
called Herle,
Yeah.
which is a very German name, in our opinion.
Okay.
He's a guitar luthier,
Yeah. Luthier. Yeah.
and he makes them by hand,
Wow.
and he makes really modern guitars,
Hmm.
like extended range, baritone, 6, 7, 8 string, and now also basses. And he
Nice.
built me a 37-inch fan fretted bass guitar, 5 string.
5 string. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Can you see it? It's the
Wow. So it's
fan
35 with a fan. So what's the
37.
37? Excuse me. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yes.
Fun fact: I have that shirt. I just bought that shirt, by the way. I'm trying to change up my wardrobe. If you don't know, I have about 300 band shirts.
Which is the least amount of band shirts someone should have.
Tell that to my wife, my waifu.
But
well,
the
here's
advantage for her is she also has now the access to 300 band shirts.
I'll totally, cause like I'm looking back now, and I'm looking at it from me being 26 and where I am now,
Yeah.
and I need to make the decision. What are the shirts that I don't need? Like, what are the ones that I really would be okay with letting go, or donating to a friend or whatever? Because I want new shirts, and it's like I don't have much more room, so I think I'm gonna start narrowing down my collection. And I don't wear, like, I have good shirts that I wear like out and about, and then I have like my shirts I wear to work. Because I don't want to get paint on my nice ones. I'll literally cry. So I'm just trying to either pull some out and donate them, or pull some out and put them in my work shirts, or both. Combination of both. But yeah, I want new shirts, and I need more room, so I'm gonna start dwindling the ones that dwindling the shirts that I think don't have as much of an impact on me, or they didn't as some others. I have a ton of Fallujah merch, and none of that's getting sold. None of that's getting sold. I fucking love. I love their art. I'll be honest. I wasn't super nuts about their most recent album, but their first few, oh my god, bro, so good. And those ones will never get sold. I just got. Oh no!
Man down.
Today I just got a new one. Got a Mechana.
Dang, Mechana.
Yeah. And I'll be on. I'm a bit of a shirt snob. So like, I care about how big the print is and how good the print is, like how large it is and how good the quality is.
Well,
I'm very impressed with how this one came out, because I supported them, and I don't, it's fine that I gave them money, but some of the prints they had I was not nuts about. It was a shirt this big, but the logo would be like this big of their, and I'm like, obviously it's okay. I don't mind giving them money, but they stepped it up here. I'm very happy with that.
Great.
I'll be wearing that around. Oh yeah, maybe I'll wear it tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of Fallujah, how great was the Flash Prevails?
Oh my god, bro.
That
like, I'll be honest. I heard the Flesh Prevails, but I didn't hear Nomadic yet. I did, because I got into it a little late. I got into Fallujah probably around was early college. It was either like my senior year of high school or like my freshman year in college, where I started to get into them. I had the Flesh Prevails, and I'm like, oh,
What is that?
atmosphere. It's like, bro, this is dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's like I'm a huge fan of reverb and all that kind of stuff, and just setting a scene. You know, I don't want to hear about you gutting somebody's spleen or whatever. All the time. I want to actually be taken somewhere. Obviously, that's super apparent with the music I listen to nowadays. But yeah, the Flesh Prevails, the Nomadic EP, even what was it? The Void. God, what was the name of their third album?
I don't know.
The blue one had The Void Alone on it. That one was great. First album too. God, and they changed. They kind of did what the Contortionists did. The Contortionists, their first album, and listen to their most recent album, they're night and day.
Yeah,
but they're all the same guys, and it's just super good musicianship writing across the board.
Did you mean Dreamless?
Dreamless, that's the album. Yep, there it is, the blue one. But their most recent one, I'll be honest, I'm not, because the singer left and the other guitarist left, and it kind of bummed me out. And all the art that they had was from the singer Alex, pretty sure. So I was a little bummed out about that, but it's okay. He's allowed to do that. It's his life.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
Undying Light was great. Still.
Is that the new album?
Yeah, that's the new one.
Maybe I'll give it another listen. Maybe I'll give it another go.
It's a more simplistic approach.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still Fallujah, which is like super complex and surprising and fresh. Yeah,
right.
I'll
give it another go. I listened to it. God, I don't think I think I was still in the old house. Probably about a year ago, right? When that album came out.
I think.
But yeah, I don't think I moved yet. So yeah, I'll give it another go. Just because I'm in a slightly different place mentally. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was talking about the Contortionist. My favorite Contortion album is Intrinsic, their second album. I really like Jonathan Carpenter's style, who was the vocalist, but he had a kid. He has a few kids now. He's working on his own project called Foreign Waves, and I'm super hyped for it because I like his style a lot. But obviously, Michael Lassard is also super incredible with vocals. I think
actually he's an alien.
You think Michael's an alien?
Yeah.
If honestly, seeing the Contortionists live, it's literally a different experience every time you see them, and I fucking love that. They'll play, the song, but they'll play it differently, or they'll do something.
Yeah.
They'll vibe with it, and it's just super.
It feels like, okay, there's a jam in between all of it. Yeah.
They're just, God, I luckily got to see them right before concerts stopped existing.
Yeah.
With Devin, oh, that was a great show. Front row on the front seats or up on the balcony. Oh, incredible, bro.
Like in an opera house, sitting there with the smoking on.
Sort of, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I definitely took a huge edible for that show. You gotta. Come on, man. But yeah, that was. Contortionist is always great to see live, and of course, Devin. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's see. What's going on? Anything going on? I guess currently. Some stuff going on. What's going on, Jörg?
What? At the moment, like,
I don't know. I'm just asking if anything's happening.
Okay. I mean, with Call the Mothership.
Yeah.
As I said, we are re-releasing a song.
Yeah.
It never felt finished to me, and now it is.
Hell
It
yeah.
is. It is as it comes, Thanatos.
Yeah.
which now
Um.
has a new and updated sound design. It got orchestration. It has an intro now. Gary is on the vocals.
Oh, this will be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know, it's like a vocal tank. Yeah.
Now is this Gary's completely new because you've gone through. I know a few vocalists, like
Um,
3, right? 3 or 2 or 3, right?
it was always like our oldest vocalist left, and
Yeah.
the next came, and then the older one left, and then the next one came.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
Gary, it was a bit different because Gary is kinda in the band for a few years now because he was like a substitute singer for
Sure.
whenever either Amis or Sid had
Things.
were not able to play a show. We're like, okay, Gary, we fucking need you. Yeah,
Right.
you have to learn all the vocals you have. Like no time, but you have to do it. And he's like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, and he always nails, like
Nice.
really, really good. And now Sid was like, yeah, music is not my passion anymore. He
Aw.
now makes knives, like really custom made.
Oh, he makes knives.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
he
Like
was
cooking
really
knives, or like I'm gonna cut you knife. Like I'm gonna.
both of those.
Both cool. That's
Yeah.
super cool. I would.
Yeah,
My
he made me one.
waifu wants a good cooking knife, so I might.
Nice. He built me these.
Oh, that's dope. That's
with
so
his
neat. Wow.
Yeah. And yeah, he said, okay, my life are knives now. And we were like,
Sure.
okay, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So if music doesn't make you happy anymore, you have to find another pursuit, but at least find something. Yeah. And then we were like, okay, the logical choice is like, don't look for a singer. Just ask Gary if he wants to. Like,
Right. Yeah.
like full time, and he was, yeah, of course I do it. Yeah.
Nice.
Now he's the next successor.
Now, are you guys? I know you guys just released an EP. Are you in the works for anything new? Has anything new written?
Mm-hmm. I'm working on a collaboration
Oh.
with another guy from another local metal band, and
Okay.
I don't want to say too much.
Yeah.
But it's in the spirit of supporting the scene.
Sure. I think
Like,
I might have an idea, but I'll,
Okay.
I'll
Yeah, then just guess it. What is your idea?
is it what is his name? Seth Angerer? Is it that guy?
Oh, sadly not. Sadly not.
Oh man, I would have loved that. That would
Yeah,
have been dope.
I
Man,
would-
that'd be fun.
I would love it too, but I can just walk in the shadow of a god.
If you're hearing this, don't just think about it. Think about it.
Yeah, I mean, we know each other a bit. Yeah,
Mhm.
we met a few times, and he's such an awesome person and so creative and mind blowing.
Yeah, man. He's
Yeah,
you said
such a-
24 and he's writing just fuck me, bro.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. But I could not follow him. He's like
Yeah.
too
Thanks.
far out.
Too
Yeah.
far. Too far in space.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very skilled. I like long songs, and it's not. I'm interested, with his music, all the stuff he's doing. He has 2 singles, and they're both 10+ minutes, and they're interesting and very cool to listen to.
Mm.
So and achieving that at the age of 24 or whatever, it's
impressive,
definitely.
Genius.
Hell yeah.
I love his stuff.
Hell yeah.
So- Sorry, sadly, it's not sad.
Oh well, no worries.
Maybe
Not.
we'll ask him. It's a different future. This the future.
Even if he if you guys had an album ready, and he maybe did his I guess like progressive touch to it. You know, like doing like you know, that kind of stuff. That could be neat.
That would be,
Whatever. Not a big
yeah,
deal.
yeah.
Just spitballing.
Yeah. So we are actually working on a collaborative single with
Ooh.
at least one other metal band here in Vienna. My idea is to do that with more than just one metal band.
Okay,
Just
so have this
to
be more of
bring,
a
bring us close together and work together and share ideas. And
Who's gonna play on stage?
that's not the issue here. I think
Okay,
it's just okay.
it's just an idea.
I have this idea, but I want a singer, but or I want like a solo portion that sounds like something from your band. Are you willing
Okay.
to
Yeah.
contribute this solo, or are you Are you willing to contribute a verse to
Right.
this? And do you want to shout it or sing it, or then be invited to this collaboration?
Gotcha. That's super cool. I'm into
Something
it.
like this. Yeah, to see beyond the limits and borders of my own project. Yeah,
Mhm.
and maybe do something with and for other bands.
Gotcha.
That would be great. Yeah, and
Yeah.
we are going to play a live stream concert
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that'll be fun. I like that stuff.
on
18th, you
let's
said?
get the date. October 9th.
October 9th. Okay, I was wrong.
Which is a Friday.
Friday, yeah, Friday the 9th of October. Cool.
8:15 p.m. my time. Not
Are you
yours.
guys Are you guys? Do you have your set list?
Yeah, we have a set list.
Okay. How is it gonna be like an hour, 2 hours?
It's something about 40 minutes,
Okay.
and it will be a wild journey through all of our outputs
Nice.
we have been so far. So there's something from this album, something from that,
Cool.
and
A little bit of everything.
yeah, a little everything.
Tesseract did that over the course of the last few months, and goddamn, like
Yeah,
I didn't know about Like I know,
there are like 5 computers playing in a band.
bro.
Yeah.
I didn't really give Tesseract a chance until honestly, like maybe a year ago, and yeah, I know. Yeah, dude, look, I was sleeping.
How could you live until then? Yeah.
Dude, I definitely would love to do all of Polaris vocally. I don't know if I can, but that album is it's just it's one of those things where it doesn't really I wouldn't even give it a category. It's just like this is something that every person should probably listen to.
Okay.
In terms of, cuz like its message is, you know, it's a little vague, but it's all about, in my guess, I guess just being in a way human and dealing with you know, difficult situations and stuff like that, maybe a little bit of trauma and whatnot. But I find a lot of meaning, and I kind of, I guess it's all interpretation how you perceive it, but I kind of have my own um you know, theories about it and methods about the music itself that I believe in, and you know, resonated with me a lot. Sorry if I'm rambling and making no sense. Monkey Space Boys, Cowboys, Cowboy Bebop.
Not a problem. Oh, cool. By the way, thanks for the tip with Logic
Oh man, isn't it great?
and the
Incredible true story.
again? What?
Incredible true story. Everybody listen to The Incredible True Story by Logic. If you like
Dang,
space.
this is
Even though it's rap, it's good. Very good.
this is so good. This is so good. I love the beats. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the small
Scenes.
story
Yeah.
parts.
It's great.
And the Cowboy Bebop voice actor.
Yeah.
There's in another album of Logic. There's the Solid Snake guy, right?
Really? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it is.
I heard Under Pressure, the first album. I heard The
Okay.
Incredible True Story. His single, the 1-800 song, which is also very good. And I heard his most recent album. His most recent album is very good. It is his last album, by the way. That's his last album.
It's the intro of No Pressure.
Oh yeah.
there's
Is
the
it
Solid
really?
Snake guy. Yeah.
Shit, I have that saved because that intro is super cool. I guess I'll have to. I guess I was oblivious to it. Fuck me. Yikes.
And
Go
he,
me.
and he says something like, "Yeah, Logic. I heard you tried to take over the world with some new kind of metal here."
Yeah.
Something like this. Yeah.
Right.
He's such an awesome voice.
Yeah. He's a very good dude. He's
Yeah.
streaming now. I gave him a follow. You know, super cool. He's just gonna do. You know, he's a dad. He's just gonna do his own thing now. But
Okay.
I definitely want to follow him because he's a cool guy.
Yeah. And why is it his last album? Is he like, okay, I made.
He's
I
done.
made
He's yeah. He said he's done with the whole like release an album kind of thing. He wants to focus on his family and whatnot. He said he totally would drop like a mixtape for free if he
Yeah.
felt like it. But
Yeah.
but yeah, he's streaming now. I think he's playing games. I'm sure he's writing maybe a little bit, but he's not doing it serious anymore. And that's okay.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah. Damn. But the album you recommended to me, I heard it
So fun.
every day. Every day,
Yes. Hell yeah.
2 or 3 times. It's so fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh. What does it even mean? I don't know. It's cool.
Right. And when it comes to anything not metal, like rap or anything like that, I'm definitely a little more picky. But again, I'm trying to expand myself. Early on, I really liked Eminem in high school. I still like Eminem. Eminem's cool. But I didn't really explore much more than that. Because I guess in a way I can't super relate, in many contexts. But I really vibe with Logic. I just
Yeah.
I like him, and him doing a Sci-Fi album is like fuck.
It's
It's
so
my
great.
cup of tea. Oh, excuse me, I burped.
How could you?
What's that?
How could you?
How could I? No, how
what-
could you?
Yeah.
But
Great.
yeah. Let me think.
So
Did I have
yeah.
some rice? No, I'm still full. Still full. I had all that food. I had Taiwanese sausage fried rice. I had onigiri, and I had Szechuan dumplings and chili oil for
Wild.
my lunch / meal of the day.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm pretty full from that. But yeah, I wanted to be quite consumed and not hungry at any point in time during our chat because
Yeah.
distracting. And there's no Jamie to talk to if I get up or go anywhere.
I think I just ate and drank through the whole thing, like
Nice.
chips and M&Ms and
Hell yeah.
yeah.
I'm not much of a
Good.
candy guy. There's a few candies I like, but I really do. If I like something sweet, it's probably a drink.
Okay.
Like I don't necessarily like I like sweet foods, but it's not like, hey, I woke up today and won a Reese's cup. It's like I'm not really. I don't
Yeah.
have those cravings. I get a coffee You know, I generally get a coffee every morning. Kind of need coffee to function, in my opinion.
Coffee mostly black.
Really? See, I'm the opposite. My coffee, I get a nitro coffee. Uh,
What?
what? So it's nitro cold brew. You ever heard of this?
Yeah, but what is the nitro part?
It's what is it? Nitro something like that? I don't know.
This
What
sounds
what is a nit
so, so American.
It's
Not just a coffee, it's a nitro coffee.
What is
So you can experience your freedom faster.
let me see here.
This is by the way the most American voice I can do. Is it good?
Yes, totally. There's a guy
The nitro.
nitro cold brew.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Consume it now.
Drink it now.
Yeah. Let me see here. I'm just trying to see if they nitro cold brew coffee infused with nitrogen gas is released through a pressurized valve with tiny holes. As high pressure forces the cold brew past a disc, it creates a creamy stout effect to the coffee. All right, so there's that, and then I put a shitload of cream in it, and ruined. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I can't do black coffee. I can't.
you can do it.
It's so actually let me change that. So let me say I get a coffee every morning, but I ask for the same thing every morning, and I get a different coffee every day, because that's how Starbucks works. And yes, I'm a Starbucks whore. So
I was too for many years, and then I saw they have like this filtered coffee of the week, like different beans, like every week, but
Yeah.
only just shot through a filter. Yeah.
right.
And half a liter of it, and I was like, okay, this is like the best thing. Like good
Nice.
beans, a coffee that don't fucks with you, when you don't need sugar or cream or milk or anything, just black and cold, like my soul. And
Yeah.
that's a good coffee. And it's also the cheapest one from Starbucks.
What's it called?
It's just when you say you want a coffee of the week. It's
I'm gonna
just
try that. I'll see.
Yeah. Try it.
Without sugar, yeah. So that's something I definitely consume. I definitely consume, sugar. I'll be the first to say that. It definitely was a lot worse when I was younger. Like, I drank soda religiously. Like, I only drank soda at home, casually, out, all the time. Now I've really gone to, I'll have a coffee most mornings, usually for work. On my days off, I generally don't. My days off, I generally have a energy tea that I get from Whole Foods, with a little bit of honey, no other sugar added. And I drink seltzer at home. For the most part.
We were talking about that the other day.
Because, it gives me, I guess I enjoy it. People say, oh, you like seltzer? It's like the drink that burns. It's like, all right. I guess you've never had vodka or whiskey. Another thing, I found out that I love. You ever had soju? Did we talk about this?
No.
No? Okay. So I generally hate alcohol. For the most, I kind of always have. But I found this drink that I actually enjoy drinking, and it generally kind of fucks me up pretty quickly. It's called soju. It's Korean alcohol. It's basically flavored sake.
Okay.
They have like strawberry, grapefruit, green apple, all that kind of stuff. It's so good, and it's so dangerous. Like, one bottle, like a size of a beer can, I'm fucking falling over the place. Like, I officially got like fairly buzzed drunk maybe 2 months ago, because if I drink something, this is like, I don't want to drink anymore. This is disgusting. But I really like soju. It's actually a little dangerous. So
yeah.
yeah.
How do you rate it?
Soju.
Okay,
Soju.
there it is.
It should be like a green bottle. It's the ones I get. All the flavors have like a green bottle, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I will read about it, and maybe if I can find it somewhere, get drunk of it.
Hell yeah. You won't need much. Well, I don't know, maybe you will.
I don't know. We're in Austria where like there's like casual drinking of heavy liquor like everywhere.
Yeah.
Then it makes our countrymen proud. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
call the Mothership. Yeah.
Call the Mothership. Hell
the
yeah.
live thing is probably the only concerts that we are playing this year.
And that's okay.
Next year. We played one in February.
Yeah, for the release.
For the release of Coming Home, where we played 2 sets of 45 minutes.
Was that is that on YouTube?
Nope.
Sad.
But we will release a music video with footage of that show.
Oh, that'll be cool. Yeah.
Next Thursday.
Oh, I'm excited. Hell yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I'll share
that. Peter, our manager and content creator, filmographer, dude, he made a beautiful live video of it.
Oh, I'm excited. What song? Or is that a secret?
Huh?
What song, or is that a secret?
It's one part of Coming Home.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't know. We are hitting a 3-hour mark here.
We are hitting the 3-hour mark. Yeah. Jörg, we've hit 3 hours. How do you feel?
Great. And I don't know. Do you have like one last dire question for Call the Mothership or for me or anything? Like one last topic you want to hit?
Let's hit it.
Yeah. Because it's getting midnight at my half of the planet. So.
All right, it's gonna be a heavy one. You sure?
Hit me.
Is there life after death?
Is there life after death? There is no evidence for it. So
what do you feel? What do you feel?
What do you feel? I feel like a part of a huge organism that this planet, or maybe the whole universe is. And when I did my part, I will just pass on my experience and return my spirit to the whole thing. And maybe my spirit gets recycled into another being, or maybe grows, and the thing that someone is calling God is just the whole universe, and it grows a bit more through my lifetime. And this is what I choose to believe. There is no evidence for it, but it makes my living and my being easier with it.
And with that, we will call it quits.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you've made it this far. Yeah. And cheers, aliens, etc. Call the Mothership. Links will be in the description for Call the Mothership.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll drop as many links as I can. I'll put a link to the book. It's Amazon. I'll put a link to it. Bandcamps, all that other stuff will be in the description of the video when I upload it to YouTube. It'll probably be up in a few, 2-ish weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Depends on how much time I want to put onto it in, whatnot. Alrighty.
Just keep it raw and render it and upload it, and that's it.
No, really? You don't want any edits?
Fuck it. The whole thing, right. Just render up YouTube. Do it.
All right, then it'll be up probably later today.
Thanks for your time.
I have the American internet speed, which in reality is not actually great in the world terms. Alrighty.
So yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We will see you soon. Bye, everybody.